Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 23 of my new account playthrough on Gems of War. And yeah, we only have two more kingdoms to go here, and then we're going to be able to unlock the underworld. So I'm really excited about that. So let's get going. Wild Plains, we're going to do this one next. We now have 24 kingdoms unlocked, and let's go for it. So I'm going to be using this team this time around: Bronzelock Pistol, Leprechaun, Behemoth, and Cedric Sparklesack. And that's going to be, there's a little bit of that mana blocking, but as we were kind of discovering the last few battles that I did, the mana block isn't that big of a deal because there is quite a bit of mana that does kind of, once it's right there, like that. Once your pistol fills up, any blue and brown just falls right into that behemoth. And behemoth destroys gems too. It destroys 12 gems whenever I cast it, so that's going to help us keep the pistol powered up. So yeah. I can't believe it missed that skull. Sometimes the AI does that. I've been noticing it actually does that more, it seems, on this lower level account that I have. But yeah, so we're just gonna blast through these episodes. I'm getting a little quicker with completing these quest lines. I'm able to do it in about a half an hour now. It was taking me like 45 minutes to an hour for a while, and now it's really getting cut down. And I think that has to do with this gold team, honestly. Like, this gold team, ever since I got Cedric, like, I'm just powering through these quest lines. The Cedric with the Bronzelock pistol is not to be underestimated. I just wish I had a better damage troop that doesn't have so much mana getting blocked. Nice, yeah, Behemoth is powering up pretty quickly, even though there's some mana blocking going on. So we're just going to keep with this team right through this whole quest, even though we tried Sunbird, and then we tried Rowan, and what did we try before that? I feel like we tried something that worked okay, but it wasn't fantastic. Oh yeah, it was, we tried Kristanax, that's what it was. Uh-oh, my pistol is now underneath my behemoth. So that's not a great thing. It did the whole reversal thing on me. Well, that's, we're gonna keep just casting the pistol then. Because, I think this kingdom has a lot of troops that have, damage reduction to skulls. So that's gonna make the, our little journey here just a little bit longer. But we're doing a lot of spell damage too, so shouldn't affect us too much. Leveled up again. But yep. I love it when I get those skull cascades. You guys know that I love my destroyers and my exploders. Ah, that's what's going on. There's 4 of these troops, and these buggers, all enemies lose 2 random skill points. So I was like, what? How come I'm only exploding 3 green gems instead of, supposed to be 5? And then my pistol is doing less damage. So I really don't like, I don't like these troops at all. Let's just destroy them as quickly as possible, because they're annoying. As you can see, they do have quite a bit of life here too. Yep, there we go. Got a 4 match right away. Got a skull match. Couple of skull cascades. That reversed my team around. I don't like that. Four match there. We'll do that. Skull match. Yeah, that behemoth is kind of getting in the way a little bit. And that, at least fighting this kingdom, because it keeps getting switched around. So let's see here. What can we replace it with? Something that doesn't block the pistol. So we could do this guy, or yeah, let's put this guy in here and see how that works. He's not doing a lot of damage, but it's something. But yeah, I'm really excited about getting down to the underworld, because there's so many great troops. I did a couple of videos recently on the top 10, my top 10 legendary troops from the underworld, and then I also did one on the top 20 troops that are not legendary from the underworld. There's a lot of good troops down there, so I'm excited about getting down there on this new account and getting a few of those troops, because imagine King Gobtraffel in a gold team like this, getting powered up constantly and then getting all those extra turns once it is powered up. And it's creating brown gems too, which go well with the bronze lock pistol. So yeah, once we get a hold of that guy too, that's gonna be really good. You switcheroo bugger. At least we don't have a troop that's blocking the mana now with our key. And Saguaro here is going to gain attack every time that it casts like that, so that's all good. Nice. Well, so the last couple episodes I've been kind of discussing whether, if you could only craft just like one mythic, or if you could craft up to 3 mythics, which ones would you craft? This episode and probably the next one after this, I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about doing that for legendary cards instead of mythics. So for legendaries, if I could only craft one legendary in the game, it's a really, really hard decision because there are some really good legendary cards in the game. But Yao probably is one of the most powerful legendary cards in the game. I actually think that it's more powerful than the worst mythic troops for sure. So I consider Yao is basically like a mythic troop, honestly. But that would be up there. I don't know if it would be number 1, but it's definitely like if I could only craft 3 legendary troops, Yao would be among the top 3 for me. I'll take that skull, and I didn't take this one. Huh. Interesting. It missed that skull match. Weird. Because I'm just going to name off with some of these legendaries that come to my mind that are just, like, really good. So, Divinia is, like, a really great legendary troop. It doesn't really do any damage, but it cleanses. It gives mana generation because it explodes all red gems on the board. And it can give positive status effects to allies if you fully trade it. There's just a lot of good things going for that troop. And cleanse is one of the most important things that you can do for your team as a support role. So Divinia is there. Gorgatha is definitely up there. So those 3 come to my mind pretty quickly. But as far as other troops, you also have King Gobtroffel, which is a legendary troop. So you would have to include that in there. And that is, without question, one of the best legendary troops in the game right now. So that's like a must-have. So would I choose Yao over over the King Gobtroffel? Now that is a hard question. Maybe. But you also have legendary troops like Queen Miraji. We have legendary troops like the Queen Beatrix, which is also pretty good. I don't know. There's a lot of good legendary cards. It'd be really tough to choose only 3 that you could craft or that you could get. Like if it came down to just like here's 3 legendary cards. You can pick from the entire amount that's in the game, but you can only have 3 of them, and that's the only 3 legendary cards that you can keep your entire playthrough. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Like that's where it's like really hard to make a decision, because I would have to say for legendaries, Because there's more legendaries than there is mythic troops. So instead of like a top 3, like you could only have 3 of them, I would say at least a 5 for legendaries. But even that is hard. I would want to try to extend it out to like a 10, you know, the 10 most important legendaries to have in the game. But there's no doubt that King Gobtraffle and oh yeah, of course, Cockatrice mana drains me. Stupid troops. I hate them buggers. It's gonna do it again right to my hero class. Little bugger. I ain't giving no chicken feed to you guys, man. This is gonna be super annoying. It's time to go to the hen house and get ourselves more than just eggs. if you know what I mean. There we go. There we go. It's time for some chicken soup. Alright. At least we're getting our gold up there. That's a good thing. We do that. Hopefully, let's target this chicken right away. It's going to be difficult because its mana is already up there, but we got blessed with a 4 match of skulls. Take that bugger right out. Yeah. Speaking of legendary troops, Hydra is the worst. I would never, ever, ever pick Hydra as one of the legendary troops to have in my collection if I could only have like 5. It's horrible. It's one of, if not the worst, legendary troop in the game. So, yeah. Don't never ever 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 craft Hydra. That's just you would be wasting. Like I really don't recommend crafting legendary troops. You know, I do a Soul Forge video every single week when the game resets. And I always say, just, you know, I do recommend some legendary troops in there, but almost all the time I will say do not use your diamonds for legendary troops, because legendary troops are pretty easy to get, I want to say, just by opening keys. Like, they're not super easy to get, but they're easier to get that way than it is to craft them. Legendaries are definitely easier to get in keys than mythics, and so that's one of the main reasons why you want to save up your diamonds to craft a mythic instead of crafting legendary troops. Great, we got these rider orc troops, and they summon when you kill them. They're fully traded, so I know they're going to summon. That's going to prolong this battle. See that? Just summon the Drake. I knew that was going to happen. Good news is we can kill him pretty quick. There we go. Alright, I think this is the final battle, and then we will unlock the class for this kingdom. We're fighting the Hydra. We have our Rockworm here we gotta fight against. There is the Gorgon troop. I believe that's what it's called, right? Not that one, that's Cyclops. This guy here. Gorgon, yep. That troop is a little annoying because it will disrupt your team order. But, get rid of that Rockworm first of all, and then let's switch these around so that the Gorgon doesn't get powered up right away. And then we can go use the Skull, get rid of the Hydra. We'll do that. Now it's going to switch my team around. Not a big deal, because we'll just use this. And this. And then we'll use this. Nice. Alright. And this troop right here is the free troop for the Wild Plains quest. And it's actually a good troop. It'll give 7 attack, armor, and life to an ally, and then it gives 6 mana to them. It's a decent support troop. I don't use it very often, but it is still valuable. So, yeah, the Wild Plains, the quest line is now done, but we have the Shaman class. The Shaman class is actually decent. I don't remember what the weapon is. I don't think it's good. But we'll take a look at it once we unlock it here. And of course, Gorgon is always up there in the front to ruin my fun. Yeah, we were able to get rid of him this time. And this is another troop that's annoying. This dinosaur-looking troop over there on the team. Whatever that thing is. This thing. That thing's annoying too. Alright, we leveled up 159. Alright, we got 2 new weapons there, but I don't really care about them. They're not that good. Yeah, most of the free weapons you get when you're leveling up really aren't that good. But there are a couple of them that are just outstanding. Wow, look at all that. I love all that mana cascade. Got rid of that troop real quick. We got a legendary card. There we go. Skull Cascade. I was like, that could be a little annoying. Uh-oh, we got the Spirit Fox. We got the Spirit Fox. Of course he's gonna hit my hero. Why wouldn't he? I don't like Spirit Foxes. They power up so fast and they do all that mana draining. It's like, really? Mana drain this. No. There we go. One last battle. Hey, we got a soul gnome. That's awesome. Hopefully we can kill it before it runs away. Best reward we can get from that is 5,000 souls. There we go. We're fighting against Ketris. I didn't even see. I didn't even see Ketris. I had laser vision on that. On that gnome. Alright, let's see how many souls we got. Hopefully we got 5,000. Because that'll be awesome. We only got 1,000. That's okay, though. I'll take all the souls I can get. So the Shaman class is now unlocked. And if we go to over here, troops, and we go to our class, and we go and look for the Shaman. The Shaman class, here we go. So for class info, it is a Taros class. Fire Ruby. Actually, this is not a horrible weapon. It deals scatter damage boosted by its by your hero class's attack, life, and armor, and then it gives all allies 2 to all skills every time you cast it. So a third of your life, armor, and attack will be added to the scatter damage of this weapon. So it's not a horrible weapon, but yeah, that's what it is there. So moving on here to the traits. The best trait is the last one. All allied Taros will start battles with 50% mana. And that is great because the class is considered a Taros, which means it will start with 50% mana. And then there's a lot of good Taros allies or troops in the game. Well, I shouldn't say like a lot, but there's a few that are pretty good. Like the Catcher's the Bola is a mythic troop, which is really good. And you can get that to start with 50% mana with this class. As far as the talent trees, we have Forest, War, and Light. Forest, I love the Forest tree for the Root Trap. This will entangle the first enemy at the start of battle. Very, very good. So that's the best one there on that talent tree, really. But let's go down here real quick. I think number 1, you're going to have Ferocity. That's probably my number 1. And then 10 armor here or counterattack. Those are the best. Root Trap is the best at 10. For 20, you have a Light Storm or a Green Storm, Leaf Storm. It's going to give you green mana. Those two are great choices depending on your teams and your weapons. Level 40, I'm going to say that probably Armor of Light's the best. All troops will gain 4 armor. At level 70, I think Bloodthirsty, become enraged on a 4 or 5 gem match. That's excellent. And then finally, at level 100, you have a couple of options, but probably the Bold General is going to be the best because you're going to use a lot of Taros allied troops with this team, and then all of them will gain 1 attack every single turn, and that'll increase their damage a little bit too. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Shaman class there, and not a class that I would go for right away. I would obviously, there's Titan, there's Stormcaller, there's Sunspear, there is the Thief class, and classes, you know, like those are at least 4 or 5 classes I would go for before the Shaman class. So yeah, that's it for episode 23. Next episode we're going to go for Blackhawk. Once we unlock that one, then we can go to the underworld and start doing our delves down there and try to get some of those good faction troops. And yeah, so that's going to be fun. One more quest to do. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.